We're late again today, Steve, because there's so much weather to study. I guess what we have going for us is yesterday's 9:30 is today's 8:30. We shifted the clock. T-Rex does the triple regardless. So yeah, it's 8:30 and the sun's been up now for 2 hours. And it's only 45 degrees, one of the coldest mornings I've had so far. But at least the sun is shining. So when you change the clocks, it makes our weather world kind of more interesting, because instead of having a 4-hour difference between Greenwich Mean Time, now we have a 5-hour difference between Greenwich Mean Time. So the models come in an hour earlier. We used to look forward to that, especially if you did the 11 o'clock news. You couldn't see the 0Z guidance before the 11, but now you can, because it's a 5-hour difference. So I don't have time to talk about time because there's so much else going on. It looks like the dust has settled. It was freezing this morning, but there was an inversion, so it was just about as cold at the top of Mount Washington as the bottom of Mount Washington in the 20s. And there was one hiker there up on top of Wildcat when I looked at the clock at the cam at about 8:30 o'clock. Person in orange looks fully equipped for winter hiking with the gaiters and the heavy pack and the camera, taking some pictures of Mount Washington now that the dust has settled. The wind was only about 20 to 30 miles an hour. But we are going to have frequent storms this week. We are going to have Bombogenesis. What happened to Melissa, rapid intensification, that happens, that's what they call it in the tropics. But when there's a storm that deepens very fast in the northern latitudes, we call it Bombogenesis. And there will be one, maybe two of them, very close to New England, but not over New England, in the next 7 days. So much to talk about. The snow guns are going like crazy at Killington. This is gorgeous little power ground blizzard this morning. And we're going to add some natural snow, but it's not going to be a totally cold week. You know, it's still just the first week in November. And you move north, Mansfield, no snow guns going here. But there's Pal. Hey, Pal, getting some turns up high yesterday. We're at the snow stake. We got 6 inches of snow. So if you go to the climatological average for this time of year is 2 inches. So we have 300% snowpack for the average of 1st of November. Yesterday's data coming off Matt Perla's UVM snow stake site. And there's the wide shot of Mount Mansfield this morning, where you can see the snow had melted. It did snow right down to the base, but that melted a little bit yesterday. The ground is, after all, not frozen yet, at least not down lower elevations. And yes, the snow guns are also on at Jay Peak, but you can't really see them that well. But it certainly looks like midwinter here. And look at the cables. Cables are so iced up there on the tram cables. Yeah, we're about 8 weeks away from tram, but who knows when Jet's going to open. Usually Jay opens the Friday after Thanksgiving. Maybe they're going to pull a fast one this year. And Stowe has announced November 22. That's a Saturday. And Killington ASAP, where you're going to be skiing. And we have so much going on. I guess I can show the radar. It doesn't look like a lot, but you have a little precipitation there near Lake Superior. You get a little bit more precipitation down around Tennessee or so, and then a little bit more in the Gulf. Now, those three little things are going to join together for one big thing going by New England tomorrow. Things are happening so fast. And let's see, the satellite image, it's not that interesting. It shows a lot of energy east of the Bahamas. It shows the energy over the southeastern United States, and it does show the energy coming across the Great Lakes. So sometimes I call it the triple stream. Usually you have to wait for the middle of winter for the triple stream, meaning the Arctic, the polar, and the subtropical. But we're going to have a shot at a triple stream or 2 or 3 coming up in the next 7 days. We have 3 cold fronts and at least 1 bombogenesis. What's bombogenesis? Well, let's look at the surface map for today. Midday, there's our 1024 high, cold high, freeze all the way down to, I think it was Arkansas and Oklahoma. And there's a 1020 low, but we have 3 L's down there. 3 L's, I talked about the energy. This isn't the triple stream, but that's just 3 lows that are going to kind of come together near North Carolina. Very weak lows now at 1020 millibars. And then if we go to the Ocean Prediction Center map for tomorrow, and it shows off of North Carolina, it says developing hurricane force, and it has an arrow, distinct arrow from southwest to northeast. So that storm is going to miss us, a hurricane force storm, and to track it, I would like to use this sector that we use a lot during the tropical seasons from Pivotal Weather. It's called the Northwest Atlantic Tropical Sector. And I'm going to try and go pretty slowly here. So our high pressure system is right there over New England, and it moves out, and you get a return of less cold air coming at us for tonight and tomorrow. And it looks like about a 10 millibar low off of North Carolina. And watch what happens as the northern stream digs south and the southern stream lifts north past Bermuda. We have a rapidly deepening storm, and look at that. So close. The cold front's coming in tomorrow, and the storm is developing on the south and east side of the cold front, and now we're going to stop it here on Tuesday at, can't remember what time because Rex is barking in my ear, and timeout. There's no rabbit there. Come on. All right. Where were we? It's called Bombogenesis. The low pressure system deepened from 10,010 millibars tomorrow, 24 hours later. Yeah, now I remember. Was 2 p.m. Now it's 1 p.m. on Monday. It was 10 millibars. Now here is 1 p.m. on Tuesday, and it's 947 millibars. That is definitely hurricane strength, and that is a deepening of 63 millibars in 24 hours. Bombogenesis is qualified as being 24 millibars in 24 hours. So it's bombo to the second degree, but it's away from New England. What's going to happen in New England is we're going to get a few showers and then some more mountain snow tomorrow as this goes by. And then wait, there's more. Let's put this back in motion. High pressure goes to our south after a cool down on Tuesday. It tries to warm up on Wednesday, and then Wednesday night, here we go again. This low pressure system deepening from the 990s into the 980s. Not quite bombogenesis, but boy, that's going to leave a mark as that goes by with rain changing to snow, and that could be a snowstorm right down to lower elevations in far northern New England on Thursday morning. And that's going to race out of here. And so, wow. And that's just the next 5 days. It's the parade of Pacific storms and the Arctic air that was in Siberia last week coming into Canada. And I don't want to take all your time on Sunday. We call Sunday not in a hurry Sunday. And T-Rex is just spazzing out. Lots of animals going around here, huh, T-Rex? And Steve, you can come on over to your chair here. Look at this. We found a little corner of sunshine as the sun gets lower in the sky every day. Oh, did I mention I stayed up late last night? Congratulations. Los Angeles Dodgers and Blue Jays. It looked like it was over. It looks like the Blue Jays were ready to celebrate. Had to feel bad for the Blue Jays a little bit. We all know the feeling, what it's like when your team is on the edge. And then the Dodgers were really happy. World Series repeats. I didn't watch much baseball, but I watched last night. Okay, now back to our regularly scheduled weather forecast already in progress. After we look at this boat. I think there's still some fish out there. Okay. Now let's just show the euro. I'm not going to show you the purple blobs. I'll just tell you that yesterday we set records. In Dubai, it was plus 30 Celsius, and in Siberia, it was minus 30 Celsius, and that's a very volatile global weather pattern. I'll show you the purple blobs tomorrow, and I'll show you the snowfall tomorrow. For now, I just want to show you the euro. Steve. All right, so here we go. This is the perspective we use, and the blue line's cold enough for snow. The red line's warm enough for rain, and there's pretty warm air in the southern United States on the backside of this next storm that's going to go off to our south. So here we go with tomorrow's cold front coming in from the northwest, and that low just missing benchmark to the south, and it happens so fast. All of a sudden, a few clouds, instability, and a couple inches of snow in our mountains tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and then that's gone. And then we have high pressure to our south, and this is all happening so fast. Tuesday, cold air advection. Wednesday, warm air advection. And then here comes another clipper. And now this is coming into Thursday. No, that's Wednesday night. And let's slow it down. That low pressure system coming right across now near Montreal or Point South. So it's moving south, and it's looking more powerful than the last couple days. So the tendency on that one is instead of rain, that would be snow in our mountains, and it could come right down to the valley floors here on Thursday morning. We may have the snow plows out in places like Loon Mountain, down below Loon Mountain. I know the plows came out near Jay yesterday, but not down all the way to Lincoln, New Hampshire on Thursday morning. And that low is going to take off. And boy, there's a lot of wind and almost look like a blizzard there in parts of western Maine first thing Thursday. It's not going to be a blizzard, but it'll be a few more inches of snow, and it gets very cold on Thursday. Now, if you look to the very northern parts of this map, you see those blue lines that say 504 and 510. I'll slow it down here. That is the Arctic air. That is the purple blob. In other words, minus 20 degrees Celsius at 850 millibars, which is 5,000 feet. And that air is fueling this parade of storms coming in off the Pacific. And here comes another one now on Friday night into Saturday. And that looks more like an inside runner, and it's going to get to our north, so it'll probably be more rain than snow, but not a big warm-up. And it's only tenuous because right after that, the front is stalled over us. And it looks like, oh my goodness, on Sunday, there's another one trying to form there. And it goes just to our north, but then redevelops to our southeast as the cold air plunges back in here on Monday, November 10th. And I'm going to just stop it right here because look at that deep drop. Look at all the blue lines going all the way down to the southeastern United States. That would be record cold for this time of year from south central Canada down to Georgia, but not in New England because the front is stalled over New England. And there's a low out there. What is it? Sub 1,000 millibar low just near the benchmark. And this, I bet this is going to jog west and north in the guidance over the next couple of days, and there is still the potential from what I've seen from the big global pattern, especially northern hemisphere, that we could end up with a Veterans Day snowstorm all the way down to higher elevations in central and southern New England, if not up and down the Appalachian mountain chain. You know that a couple days ago it did snow in North Carolina and West Virginia, and that's what happens with these high amplitude flows. All right, so that's the end of this weather part, I guess. I'm just saying it's a very volatile situation, and it's not in a hurry Sunday, so I'm going to try and edit and just take my time watching the Patriots hosting the Falcons this afternoon. What a day for football. Can they win at home now after all those road wins? That was really fun. Was it home game last week? I think it was. All right, so 2 weeks in a row. Patriots now on a roll. And TK yesterday headed out, did some errands, doing some shopping. Not going to tell you all the things we're shopping for, but I love to stop and observe the foliage and give you a little play-by-play on where we were yesterday in Plymouth County, Massachusetts, for the most part. So I call it yesterday's weather today. Thanks for watching, all the comments, and more. And more, 11 a.m. on this Saturday to be played on our Not in a Hurry Sunday. You guys are getting a good head start on it. And we've got blue sky. All our friends are up there chopping up the fresh snow at the top of the mountains up in northern Vermont. And we are here looking at Boston and a big tugboat. That's Justice. So the bridge is going to be going up, and there's some pretty color, and our foliage is not done down here yet. Surf, ski, weather. There's the tank. See it? Well, bluebird sky. Trees are really pretty. Are we a day early for the Patriots game? I thought there was a Patriots game. Oh, today's college football. Tomorrow, which is now yesterday's weather. Pretty foliage. Probably the prettiest Sunday in Foxborough until it snows again. Can't really see the colors that well. Quintessential New England football season. Got to transition now from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas really fast. How long do we get to keep the pumpkins out? It says to rent them, this massive, beautiful building. UMI, the source. United Marble, I believe. And look at this red oak. And inside this warehouse, tremendous selection of marble, quartz, and granite. We're coming back with the drone next time. Barrett's Ale House. I recommend it if you like to watch a Bruins game with the sound up, and tons of college football and great food and great service here in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Where's the moon? Next stop, the moon. It's up there somewhere. Cirrus clouds, indicative of the next patch of warmer air trying to come at us after a very cold night. A little past peak foliage right here. Raking season. Daisy Lane, East Bridgewater. Yeah. We need one of those. We'll take one of those, and one of those, and one of those. And a bunch of pretty trees, please. Wow, it's tall. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 stories. Beautiful work with the stone. Got a fire pit coming in. A lot of backyard here. Always pays to have an extra garage for a Porsche. And is that not an El Camino? But what is that? A Chevy? Chevy? Did Chevy make the El Caminos? Gorgeous, indeed. 350. Oh, let's go. 4 stories. High ceilings on the 4th story too. We've got a 360-degree view. Where are you going? And we're back. Oh yeah, you like to lay on your back, get a nice little rub. Okay, it's 5 o'clock, and what a beautiful evening. The moon is up there, I just can't see it from here. And we're back with T-Rex, and there's just a little bit of sun left way over here. If we go way over here, we can still see the sun a little bit, but it's about Halloween when the sun starts setting to the left of the Four River Bridge, south, and it doesn't come back until after Valentine's, somewhere between Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day. You can't hear me though, can ya? Because of the wind, darn. But I go this way and walk with the wind. Can you hear me now? Where's the moon? The moon's up there somewhere. Can't quite see it. So now you can hear me because I'm sitting in the kitchen. I love web cameras. Look at those guns blasting. What is it, 196, somewhere between the top of the gondola and the bottom of this North Ridge trail. A couple trails will be open within a week is my guess. I haven't watched the models from today, which is now yesterday, because this is yesterday's weather today on our Not in a Hurry Sunday, closing it down. I want to go get a view of the moon and the sun without being in the wind. I don't know if I can do it though. I'm gonna give it a try. Close this out. Some piano music as always. I think you can hear me now. Hey Danny, you up there? No, I know you're in Florida. But we have the moon, and it's full beaver moon is on Wednesday. Can't really focus on the moon with my iPhone, but we can look across the marina here at Turn Harbor. Oh, looks like about 20% of the boats are still in the water. Oh, and we've got a little bit of a sundog. A little bit of refract. No, that's too far away. That's not a sundog, TK. That's a cloud, a bright cloud. And there's the sun, and there's the solar glare, and there's Great Hill. And it's just past 5 o'clock. We don't get to watch the sun go over Great Hill past 5 o'clock again for about, I don't know, 3.5, 4 months. Is that what it is? Yeah. What is time anyway? T-I-M with an E. No, that's a joke. Time is change. And we're changing our clocks from daylight saving to Eastern Standard Time for the piano music and Captain Space Time. Up and down, round and round. Call it a day. Not in a hurry Sunday. Less wind. These helicopters just about every night at sunset. We'll see you earlier tomorrow. Some condensation trails. And hopefully this breeze stays up and I don't get a freeze. But you know, winter is coming. Thanks for watching. Talk to you on our Back to Work Monday.